What if I told you that you could personalize some of your everyday household items in 15 minutes or less? Well, you can, and what's even better is that it's fun and simple. Today, I'm going to show you a few of my favorite projects that I created with Cricut Joy. This video is brought to you by Cricut, and let me tell you, I am so excited to share this Cricut Joy with you. It is the smallest cutting machine ever, but it packs a powerful punch. So let's go ahead and jump right on into the video. At the Millionaire House. I was a little overwhelmed when the Cricut Joy first arrived because I've never used a cutting machine before, but let me assure you that this machine is very easy to set up and use. And this is the EasyPress 2, which I'll share a little later on in the video, but it's going to give you all the iron-on success and take all the guesswork out of it. For my first project, I decided to try to make a custom card for the girl twin. My children are notorious for last-minute announcements at school, for people's birthdays and special events, so this is definitely going to come in handy because it's so easy. I started by going into Cricut Design Space to select my design. Of course, you can customize it or create your own. I used my desktop, but you can also use your mobile device to do this. Design Space takes all of the guesswork out of everything. All you need to do is follow the instructions and watch Cricut Joy go to work. Not only do you have the option of having the design cut out for you, but if you are, let's just say, handwriting challenged like myself, I'm a southpaw, you can go into Design Center and write out your message, pick out a font, and have Cricut Joy do all the rest for you. Once I had the interior of the message complete, I switched out my fine point pen and inserted a blade so that I could start the cutting process on the outside of the card. Once the cutting process was complete, I used my spatula to help me carefully lift the cardstock from the mat. And then finally, I inserted the silver holographic insert to the front of the card. A really fun project, and I did it in less than 15 minutes. Now that I was feeling more confident, I was ready to step up my game a little bit and try using the smart vinyl and creating a personalized tumbler. Once I selected my monogram and I was ready to go, I used my weeder to break out all of the extra vinyl that I wasn't going to use on the project. And you really want to take your time with this part to make sure you remove all of the unnecessary pieces. It just takes an extra second to go through and make sure everything's removed properly. Once I was done weeding, I pulled out the transfer tape. This is where you're going to transfer your monogram over to your desired object. So you'll use the transfer tape to place the monogram on the tape first and then pull it over to the tumbler. Before you transfer your monogram, you want to use your scraper to smooth out the vinyl. Make sure there's no air bubbles before your transfer. And then finally, I transferred the monogram over to the tumbler, and I used the scraper again once I had everything in place, just to make sure everything was applied very smoothly and evenly. Okay, my friends, I was cooking with fire by this point, so I decided to try an iron-on with my EasyPress 2. Cricut Design Space has so many options available that you can take and customize. So this one was full of colors, but I just made it a simple basic black for my first try, and I think it turned out really cute. And as I mentioned earlier, you can use Cricut Design Space on your desktop or your mobile. So for example, while I was sitting in the car line waiting for my kids to get out of school, I was able to find the perfect design for my Frenchie shirt. Cricut Joy uses a myriad of materials, and so I used the Smart Iron-On for this project. I liked it because it was easy to weed, and it's supposed to outlast 50 plus washes, so I'll definitely keep you posted on that. But it definitely was not difficult to use at all, even with all the weeding that I had to do to get all of the wrinkles out of the little Frenchie face. Once I got done with all the weeding, it was time to test out my EasyPress 2. The EasyPress 2 gives you really precise control over your iron-on projects. There's even a heat guide on the website to give you step-by-step instructions to really make this fail-proof, and it came in really handy for me. Something else that I really liked is that it heats up very fast and it has an automatic shut-off. Once everything was preheated and ready to go, I used the EasyPress mat to transfer my design. I used the EasyPress 2 to iron out all the wrinkles on the shirt before the transfer. Next, I applied the Smart Iron-On design, and then I simply finished following the instructions from the heat press guide. After I was done, I thought it was a little bit too plain, so I went back and added a little text underneath the bottom, Frenchie Mom. I love how it turned out, and I think I'm ready to experiment with some colors now. I hope this video left you feeling inspired to tap into your creative side as well. A sincere thank you to Cricut for sponsoring this video, and let me know if you guys are ready for a little bit more. I can already see some great ideas in my head for Christmas. I'll have all the products I used in today's video linked in the description box below for you. Thank you for your time today, and as always, love and peace.